How to fix Forza Horizon 6 FHE01 error crashing at Alpine Heights Danger Sign. Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, we're diving deep into a particularly frustrating issue plaguing Forza Horizon 6 players. The dreaded FHE01 error, specifically manifesting as a game crash when approaching or entering the 1-kilometer radius of the Alpine Heights Danger Sign. This localized crash can abruptly halt your progress and enjoyment, transforming a scenic drive into a digital dead end. While the FHE01 error itself can indicate various underlying problems, its consistent occurrence at this specific map location points to potential file corruption, driver conflicts, or resource contention within that particular game segment. Our comprehensive guide will walk you through 20 professional and technically rich solutions, from verified community fixes to advanced system-level diagnostics, ensuring you can reclaim the exhilarating freedom of the Forza Horizon world without interruption. Apply the community-verified GitHub fix. The most impactful solution reported by the community involves a specialized patch hosted on GitHub, designed to address various Forza Horizon 6 stability issues, including the FHE01 crash. Navigate to the Megadroid Games /Forza Horizon 6RX 580FH 201FH 205 fix repository, download the provided files, and meticulously follow the installation instructions, which typically involve replacing specific game files or executing a patch script. This targeted fix has demonstrated significant success in resolving the Alpine Heights crash for many users by optimizing critical game assets or dependencies. Verify game file integrity. Corrupted or missing game files are a primary cause of localized crashes, like FHE01. Utilizing your game launcher, Steam, Xbox app, or Microsoft Store, access the game's properties and initiate a file integrity verification scan. This process will meticulously compare your local game files against the official server versions, automatically downloading and replacing any discrepancies to ensure a pristine installation environment. Update graphics drivers. Outdated or corrupt graphics drivers are a frequent culprit behind game instability and specific error codes like FHE01. Visit the official website of your GPU manufacturer, NVIDIA, AMD, or Intel, to download and perform a clean installation of the very latest drivers available for your specific graphics card model. Ensure you select the Clean Installation option to remove any residual files from previous driver versions that could cause conflicts. Reinstall Microsoft Visual C++ Redistributables. Forza Horizon 6, like many modern games, relies heavily on various Microsoft Visual C++ redistributable packages for core runtime functionalities. Download and reinstall the latest supported Visual C++ redistributables from Microsoft's official website, focusing on both x86 and x64 versions. Corrupted or outdated versions of these essential libraries can trigger critical errors and crashes within the game's execution environment. Update DirectX Runtime. DirectX is the fundamental API suite for rendering graphics and managing multimedia in Windows games, making an updated version critical for stable gameplay. While Windows updates often include DirectX components, you can manually download and run the DirectX end-user Runtime web installer from Microsoft's site to ensure all necessary files are present and up to date. And outdated DirectX components can lead to various rendering issues and game crashes, including FHE01. Run Forza Horizon 6 as administrator. Insufficient administrative privileges can sometimes prevent a game from accessing necessary system resources or writing temporary files, leading to errors and crashes. Locate your Forza Horizon 6 executable file, right-click, select Properties, navigate to the Compatibility tab, and check the Run this program as an administrator box. Applying this setting ensures the game operates with the necessary system permissions to avoid resource conflicts. Disable in-game overlays. Overlay applications from platforms like Steam, Xbox Game Bar, Discord, or NVIDIA GeForce Experience can sometimes interfere with game processes, especially in specific game zones. Temporarily disable all third-party overlays before launching Forza Horizon 6 to eliminate potential software conflicts that might be contributing to the FHE01 crash at Alpine Heights. This isolation step helps identify if an overlay is intercepting critical game operations. Adjust in-game graphics settings. High graphics settings, particularly texture quality or anisotropic filtering, can strain your GPU and VRAM in specific, graphically intensive areas like Alpine Heights, potentially triggering the FHE01 error. Lower your in-game graphics settings, especially texture resolution, shadow quality, and anti-aliasing, and test the problematic area again. Gradually reintroduce higher settings to identify the specific option causing instability. Monitor system temperatures. Overheating components, especially the CPU and GPU, can cause system instability and game crashes as a protective measure. Utilize monitoring software like HW Monitor or MSI Afterburner to observe your CPU and GPU temperatures during gameplay, particularly when approaching Alpine Heights. If temperatures exceed safe operating limits, typically above 85-90 C, ensure proper cooling, clean dust from fans, and consider reapplying thermal paste. Perform a clean boot. A clean boot starts Windows with a minimal set of drivers and startup programs, helping to isolate software conflicts that might cause the FHE01 crash. Use the System Configuration Utility, msconfig, exe, to disable all non-Microsoft services and all startup items. Reboot your system and test Forza Horizon 6. If the crash is resolved, gradually re-enable services and startup items to pinpoint the conflicting application. Update Windows operating system. Ensure your Windows operating system is fully up-to-date with the latest feature releases and security patches. Microsoft frequently releases cumulative updates that include performance enhancements, bug fixes, and critical system component updates that can improve game compatibility and stability. Navigate to Windows Update in your settings and check for any pending updates. Disable antivirus/add exclusion. Aggressive antivirus software can sometimes incorrectly flag game files or background processes as malicious, leading to file access denials or premature termination of game components. Temporarily disable your antivirus software, or add the entire Forza Horizon 6 installation directory and its executable file to your antivirus's exclusion list. This ensures the security software does not interfere with game operations. Adjust NVIDIA/AMD control panel settings. For NVIDIA users, access the NVIDIA control panel and navigate to Manage 3D settings. Set Power Management Mode to prefer maximum performance and texture filtering quality to high performance. AMD users should similarly configure their Radeon software to prioritize performance and disable features like Radeon Anti-Lag or Enhanced Sync if experiencing issues. These GPU-specific settings can sometimes alleviate performance bottlenecks that trigger localized crashes. Increase virtual memory, page file. If your system has limited physical RAM, or if Forza Horizon 6 is memory-intensive in specific areas, increasing virtual memory can prevent crashes due to memory exhaustion. Go to System Properties, then Advanced System Settings, Performance Settings, Advanced tab, and adjust the virtual memory page file size. Setting a custom size, e.g., 5x your RAM for minimum and 3x for maximum, can provide a crucial buffer. Check for corrupted save data. While less common for area-specific crashes, a corrupted game save file can sometimes lead to unexpected behavior, including crashes upon loading specific regions. Back up your save data, and then attempt to start a new game to see if the Alpine Heights crash persists. If a new game loads successfully, your original save data might be the issue, requiring further investigation or a rollback to an earlier save point if available. Disable XMP/doc profile for RAM. If you have an overclocked RAM profile, XMP for Intel, DOCP for AMD enabled in your BIOS, it might introduce system instability, especially under heavy load from games. Temporarily disable XMP/doc in your motherboard's BIOS settings to revert your RAM to its stock JEDEC speeds. Test Forza Horizon 6 again to determine if RAM instability was contributing to the FHE01 crash. Run a disk check, CHKDSK. Disk errors or bad sectors on your storage drive can lead to corrupted game files or slow data retrieval, causing crashes. Open an elevated command prompt and run chkdsk/f/r on the drive where Forza Horizon 6 is installed. This utility will scan and repair logical file system errors and attempt to recover data from bad sectors, ensuring the integrity of game assets. Temporarily disable CPU overclocking. If your CPU is overclocked, even a seemingly stable overclock can become unstable under specific game loads or in particular game engine contexts. Revert your CPU to its stock clock speeds in your BIOS/UEFI settings. Testing Forza Horizon 6 without any CPU overclocking can help determine if the FHE01 crash is a symptom of system instability at non-standard clock frequencies. Reinstall the game entirely. As a last resort, if all other troubleshooting steps fail, a complete reinstallation of Forza Horizon 6 can resolve deeply embedded issues. Fully uninstall the game, including any residual files in your game directory or user data folders, then perform a fresh download and installation. This ensures a completely clean slate, eliminating any potential long-standing file corruption or misconfiguration. Contact Forza support. If you've meticulously followed all these advanced troubleshooting steps and the FHE01 crash at Alpine Heights persists, it's crucial to gather your system specifications, error logs, and detailed descriptions of your attempts. Then formally submit a support ticket to the official Forza Horizon 6 support team. They may have specific insights or patches for rare, localized issues. Troubleshooting persistent game errors, like the FHE01 crash in Forza Horizon 6, requires a systematic and patient approach, combining community-proven fixes with rigorous system diagnostics. By carefully applying these professional solutions, you significantly increase your chances of resolving the Alpine Heights Danger Sign crash and getting back to enjoying seamless gameplay. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more in-depth technical guides and gaming solutions.